All right, so this is a video. This is an interesting video about marriage and last names, and I just want to get you ladies' thoughts on whether I'll say this, to hyphenate or not to hyphenate.
Or they
women are keeping their maiden name when getting married.
Or they hyphenated.
The hyphenation I've seen. Now I got a theory about that too. Hyphenation, boy, that's a lot of conflict in those relationships.
We're not getting married if you hyphenate.
Big facts.
That's a deal breaker.
For real. Baby, I want you to know right now.
Because my thing is, the reason why you take the last name is that you're supposed to be, your father is your provider and your protector. That's why traditionally your father walks you down the aisle, right? I'm taking the responsibility from your father to me. Now I'm the provider. So if you want to hyphenate your last name, then stay with your father.
I disagree.
It sounds like words of ignorance from two niggas that will never get married.
Yikes. Somebody told them to stick to the financial advice they give and not that, and not relationships and stuff. I think the thing for me was him talking about traditional, and I just feel like we're so far removed from the traditional way of doing things now. And honestly, we are often seeing divorce rates go up and stuff. So I mean, shit, you probably come out better doing a little piece of hyphenate or not changing your name. I know my homegirl was married for a few years. She never changed her last name. She must do something clearly. Well,
I just feel like, honestly, for me personally, the only reason why I was like, I'm not going to hyphenate my name is because I didn't want to deal, like, people don't call you by the hyphenated name. The hyphenated name is just like something to make the woman feel more, well, a lot of times I feel like make the woman feel like that she didn't let herself go completely. Like, I'm still holding it on. But when you're in public, people rarely call you both last names.
That's true.
But when you think about the work that it takes to change your last name to even something that's hyphenated, it's like, even if the woman changed her name to something that's hyphenated, she is still intertwined with, like, it's not a big deal. Now I could see if she didn't want to change her last name at all, which I don't blame anybody for. But it's like, it's all about egos. Men want to look like, it's like ownership. It feels kind of.
That's exactly what I was about to say. Him talking about it's about being a provider and a protector. No, it's not. It's about being the new owner. Like, it's literally a transaction. The father is selling his daughter to the man. There is usually a payment. Like, and also on top of that, y'all niggas don't know nothing about that because y'all would be paying dowries for women. Y'all would be having to give her family a cow or some shit. You know what I'm saying? You couldn't just buy, take somebody's daughter without paying them. Y'all niggas don't like to pay dowries. Y'all don't like to create funds for the wife. Y'all are not traditional. Shut the fuck up.
Talk about it.
You're not traditional, because traditionally, when a woman does marry a man and take his name, he is supposed to financially provide for her. And a lot of y'all cannot fully financially provide for these women. And then on top of that, not only are you supposed to provide for her while she's with you, you're supposed to create a fund for her so that if y'all do end up breaking up, she has money to go off and live with. And anything she can.
Oh, I ain't never heard that.
Oh, yeah.
What culture is that?
In Africa, in the Middle East. Yes, a part of the whole arrangement is that a fund is put aside for the wife, so that, like, in Muslim religion and all of that, a lot of those actual, the people that's really doing it, not y'all people that fake like y'all doing it over here,
that just don't eat bacon.
So y'all can have multiple women talking about you got multiple wives, nigga, not in America. Anyway, but yes. They actually have a fund that they put aside for the wife. If she leaves or they divorce, there is a amount of money that is put aside for her. In other countries that actually still do this very traditional thing, there is more that has to be put into it. You have to provide bank. You have to provide that you can actually take care of a woman before you can ask for her hand in marriage. So let's not talk about fucking traditional. Let's not even do that. You want to own a woman, and you feel like because that is what has been done historically, that if it's not being done in y'all's generation, then women aren't being women and they aren't letting y'all be men. But the truth of the matter is, a lot of y'all's niggas' last names are not worth having. To be very clear, I hyphenated, and the reason why I did that is not only because my fucking daddy's name holds weight, but also because it's a part of my name, my stage name. So
That's
yeah,
true.
I'm gonna always be Bondi. Thank you.
That's very, very true. I agree. I was thinking about something and I can't remember. It kind of slipped my mind, but I think you hit a lot of points on the head. Ultimately, you know, I think about some of the women that may have other children. Well, first of all, let me say this. It's funny to hear him say that when he probably don't even got his daddy last name. Like, you probably got your mama's last name. And maybe that's her daddy's last name, or maybe that's her mama's last name. So a lot of the guys don't even have their dad's last name. That's the thing. But
the last name me and Lyric share, that's not his daddy's real name. His daddy was adopted by somebody. So that's at some point, I really feel like y'all need to chill the fuck out, because we could just come up with our own last name that we both came up with.
That was Janae daddy.
If you want to go deeper than that, I was thinking about this whenever I got married. I was thinking about how, like, should I trip? Like, should I really care about switching last names? But honestly, the more I thought about it, I just thought about how, like, essentially your last name and your last name if you're a product of slavery. So I was just like, whatever. There's gonna be
well, there's that on that. I support hyphenations, people. I support doing what makes you guys happy ultimately.
Yeah, hold on to it.
For sure.
Okay, I was confusing those two things. A dowry and a bride wealth. Okay, but still same thing. Asia, North Africa, the Balkans, a lot of the times a dowry is expected in order for you to marry somebody. And also, you know, for you to invest in the woman. Girl, we have a lot of those ideals fucked up because we really don't know those people. But we like to assume, because y'all know how insulated Black people are. They see some movie one time and think they know all of everybody's culture outside of themselves that do that specific thing.
True. Very true. Teresa, thank you so much for the super chat. Hey, ladies. Hey. And look out for Lauren. Thank you so much for the super chat. I've branded a good part of my brand and business off my current name that I worked hard for. So it's hyphenated isn't an option. I'm good. I know that's right.
Okay. Work too hard for my name, Your Honor.
I mean, I still go by my maiden name.
And
then not to mention, like, my regular job, my 9-to-5 job, nobody knows. Nobody really even knows my married last name. So it's kind of just like,
you got to actually go and put in a name change at your job, like all of that shit.
But even then, they won't do it all the way through. Y'all don't understand how many times I go somewhere and they say, "What's the name on file?" And I'm like, "I don't fucking know. I promise I'm not spam. I promise I'm not fraud," because I don't even know. It'd be like, who am I?
No, for real. Sometimes it's Bondi, and sometimes it's my real last, my married last name.
Right.
It just depends, because some stuff is still under Bondi. I still have an email that's
still under that. Yeah,
I'm still people still call me.
True.
So,
right.
Very true. Very true. Okay. I wanted to get y'all thoughts on that. Okay. I want to make sure I wasn't tripping. All right. Okay. Okay. Good stuff.